Peace. Do you trust your heart? That is the question. And why should you? Why should you trust this little old heart of yours? See, this is important to be able to trust your heart because your heart is going to guide you into experience that is needed for you, that is true to you. It's going to bring you to a place of experience that is genuine, that is going to develop parts of yourself that are necessary to develop, parts of yourself that will be allowed to paint this world as beautiful, parts of yourself that are strength. And if you do not do this, if you do not trust and follow your heart, you are ensuring that you are going to miss out on who and what you are. And that is what is so important here. Because that is what you have been brought here to do, is to experience yourself. And our eyes, they are a very good thing. They allow us to see great beauty and wonder. But their sight is limited. And that does not mean we should not trust our eyes. But we should align the sight of our eyes with this side of our heart, that we can follow a genuine and true path. Because sometimes our eyes will see something, Our eyes will see something, and our mind will come up with stories of how we should be afraid. And that is okay. There is good purpose and reason in that of itself. But your heart is going to guide you to something different. Your heart is going to perhaps guide you to experiences that do not all the times make sense to you. Sometimes it will be kind of contradictory towards what your eyes will see. Perhaps it doesn't match what you think it should be. But the heart knows. The heart knows something that the mind is not. And that is why you should trust it. And it is not to say that the heart itself cannot be wrong. But the heart will bring you to something that will help you to learn in a way that is genuine, in a way that is authentic, in a way that is true. And you will be able to wear it upon yourself if you do this. It will be seen on you. It will be felt in your presence. If you follow your heart, then you yourself are something that can be trusted. Your motivation can be trusted. The reasoning for why you are doing things can be trusted. And it does not mean that you will not be wrong sometimes. But the intention is in the correct place. And the willingness to learn and to grow and to be incorrect is in the right place. And that is important. That is important because there are experiences for you in this life that are not going to make sense based upon what your eyes see, upon what the world will tell you is right or is wrong. There are experiences that are necessary for your development and for the development of all humanity that your heart will guide you to. And if you trust it, if you follow that path, you will be rewarded with an experience that is genuine to yourself, to something that is beyond fear. That is what you can guarantee yourself if you are following your heart. That you will be guided to an experience that is beyond fear. And that is profound. That is exceptional. That is everything that we should all be striving for, is an experience that is beyond fear. And it's a very funny thing. Because a lot of us in this world, we will come across experiences and interactions. Perhaps we are young, we are children, and we are following on our hearts, and it does not go so well. And we see something with our eyes, and it is honest. And we see something with our mind, and it is honest. It did not go so well. And we will begin to associate that following of the heart with something akin to a weakness. But it is not so. It is not so. It is a strength that you do not let go of that you would continue to follow your heart. That you would look and that you would learn and that you would see it all for what it is. And that you would be able to accept and forgive as the heart would ask of you. And that you will be able to continue forward of what your heart would ask of you. And that you will be blessed with receiving an experience that the heart would guide you to, that is honest and that is genuine and that is true of your being. And from that, let the consequences be what they may, and continue forward and see what will become of that. And I'm not telling you that if you follow your heart all of the time, you will have material riches. I'm not telling you that if you follow your heart all of the time, every human being that you would like to act in a certain way will act in a certain way. That is ridiculous. That would not be good for you. What I'm telling you is, follow your heart. Trust in what it is guiding you to, because it is necessary for you to encounter that. It is necessary for you to encounter what is within your own heart. That is the only way you will ever know who you are. And if you would like worth in your own being, you need to encounter that. You need to be faced with yourself, with your mistakes, with your missteps, with your profound victories over difficulty, with your ability to overcome. That is what your heart will give you. Because I will tell you now, there is no quit in the heart of a man. There is no quitting. As long as you are willing to go through it, your heart is not done. It will take you to another grand adventure. It has more to teach you, because you are an infinite thing. And that is what your heart is as well. And that is profound and that is beautiful in itself. And the more that you do that, there is a certain power that is built within that. Because in so many ways, that is the way that God will speak to you. That is the way that God will guide you. It is not always through thought or through sight. It is not what you see in this world or what this world will tell you. It is not the knowledge of this world that is handed to you. It is the feeling of your own being. It is the feeling that is within. It is something that there is no language that can communicate. And that is what is so beautiful. And that is why it is so important, because you have something to contribute here. You yourself have something to contribute, not just to your own experience, but to the experience of all things. You have something to contribute, and it must come from this place of your heart. Do we want to just live in something like a plastic world, just white walls? That is what the perfection of this material world would give you. It will give you a life where you have no difficulty, where you have no loss, where you're complacent and you're comfortable, and there is nothing at all to fear. And it would be miserable and terrible. And here is what the heart will give you. It will give you beautiful color. It will give you a sunset and a sunrise. It will give meaning to everything that you witness in your eyes that is in this world. It will give you a capability to witness beauty through the unique experience that lives within your heart. Whatever it is in your life that you are seeking to accomplish, that you are seeking to overcome, that you are seeking to conquer, whatever it is, the secret to it is in your heart. No one else will come by and hand you something and say, here it is. Do these steps right here. Follow this magic formula I have come up with it. You can buy this course. It is not how it goes. Maybe you will have some success with it. Maybe you will not. I do not know. It is not a path I would walk. But I will tell you from the path that I have walked, it cannot be more beautiful than this, than what is in your own heart. And there is nothing greater than I can do for you than to be experiencing through my heart, in whatever way that manifests. I know that to be entirely true. There is no goodness that I can give you that does not come from my heart. This place that God may live. This gift that is endless in giving. This source of love. This thing that will give purpose and meaning and beauty to anything that intellect can do. That is why you should trust your heart. Because truth has a home there. Because God has a home there. Because that is your home as you are walking upon this earth. That is your home. And if you would ever like to have company in this home of yours, you will need to trust that heart of yours as well. If ever you would like this to be a shared experience, you will have to trust that heart of yours. There will be risk. It may not go the way you would like it to. And that is good for you. Because it would give you an opportunity to be brave. To be faced with intellect and a vision of your eyes that says maybe it will not go so well. That says it hasn't before. We've tried it. It didn't work. But your heart is saying, no, let us do it again. Follow that. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Whatever is true in your heart. Do it. Do it. Do it while you're afraid. I do not care. It is okay to be afraid. Do it while you're scared. That is even better. There will be more meaning for you there. There will be more purpose. There will be more beauty. Because it was difficult. Because it wasn't so easy to follow your heart. Because there was risk involved. And maybe it won't work so well the first time, Maybe it will not. Maybe your heart will be seemingly taking you astray for a few decades or so. Little taste of faith. Let us see what you are. That is what is beautiful, because you get to find it out. And that is the pathway to victory. It is through your heart. It is through those sufferings. It is through those failures. It is through every time that it didn't work out. From your heart's perspective, we are just this little man walking upon the earth. And let us just imagine that the heart knows it all already, and it will bring you through these initiations, these experiences, where you follow it, and you fall down and you fail, and you fall down and you fail, and you fall down and you fail. And then a day comes where you are tired of it. Here is the true test. Here's the true test. Will you carry on? Will you be who you are? And it is a very simple thing, really, to decide. If you just put all conditioning of it all aside, everything that you picked up in your journey through this life, if you would just put it to the side, maybe you'll need it later. It will be there for you if you would like to pick it up again. That is okay. If you just put down everything that you have been taught and that you have been told, and if you just live within this love that is in your heart, if you can just accept that everything is as it is meant to be for your purpose of development, for your own nature to become, that all of that was necessary, that growth is not without pain, and that your heart is guiding you and taking you somewhere there is no alternative choice. So that is why you should trust your heart, because it is taking you somewhere, and you will be happy whenever you get there. Peace.